Hey guys, welcome to Sound Pure. I'm Barry. In this video, we'll be looking at Ludwig snare drums. This particular one is the Copperphonic in a hammered polished shell. Gorgeous snare drum. The Copperphonics are relatively new to Ludwig's metal shell offerings here in America. It's the first shells in 20 years that have been offered in the 1.2 millimeter. Slightly a little bit thicker. Most of the traditional phonic snare drums are about the 1 millimeter. It's just adds a little bit more focus and a little bit more stability. And then with the copper, it just kind of helps add a little bit more girth to it. The copper itself, typically, this is the same copper that Ludwig has been using for close to a century, making their own timpanis. So they've had a little bit of experience working with the copper itself. The copper kind of adds kind of a nice kind of powerful attack, but a kind of a dryness that you don't typically get from, say, like your aluminums or your brass that you would normally see in most of your metal shell offerings. So this kind of very unique voice inside of snare drums. Great for focus, again, dryness. So for guys that love that kind of vintage vibe, kind of jazzy kind of thing, this definitely excels in those particular areas. This is a 10-lug drum. And this has the solid brass tube lugs. Very low mass, again, just kind of adding a beautiful aesthetic to the drum, but also kind of a minimal compression. But at 10 lugs, giving you a really nice even stretch on the drum heads. So for higher registries and lower registries, you just have a nice even stability across the drum head itself. The drum heads here on this particular drum are the Weathermasters, single ply. Again, it's just kind of the best of both worlds. With the coated top, it's thin enough that you're actually hearing more of the drum itself and not necessarily the head. When we get into a drum of this caliber, you really do want to hear the drum and not drum heads. So I think this is kind of the perfect marriage here. This guy also has the P85, but the Atlas style. So it's the upgraded version, very sleek, very slender. When the strainer itself is engaged, the sensitivity bolt does not move. So it kind of helps the old troublesome snare wires getting loose during the song. So no more is that longer an issue. I'm going to run this through a couple of different tuning ranges to kind of give you an idea what this drum's capable of, and I'll be right back. So that was the Ludwig Hammered Copperphonic, an incredible snare drum, and one of just a handful of different varieties. Also available in the Imperial lug as well as the patinas as well. So if this is not the right fit for you, not a problem. Give me a call, we'll get you taken care of. And don't forget that we do offer this in our Try Before You Buy program. It's a hassle-free way to get this drum into your own hands and really appreciate and understand the nuances of this drum. If you like the video, please subscribe below, and don't forget to follow us on social media. You can stay up to date with the latest arrivals as well as the current news. Thanks for watching.